What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And in this particular video and review, I will be recapping reviewing Greenleaf Season 4, Episode 1, the season premiere, y'all. Shout out to my YouTube family. Come on YouTube, don't forget to, if you like what you see, subscribe, and then ring that little bell to get all new notifications. And don't forget to like this video. It helps get the video out there. And if also in spare time, go ahead and try to share it. Your Twitter, your Facebook, they maybe even Instagram, but the regular social media accounts. But anyway, y'all, it's been a minute. I used to review Greenleaf, but I never consistently. The time I did review it, I didn't review the whole season. No, I didn't. So I'm trying to do better where I stick. I know I'm behind a couple shows. I'm trying to make them up soon. I wanted to go on the season because it looked like this is going to be pretty interesting. I'll get to that towards the end of my recap. But y'all probably already seen most of the recaps of what was going to happen so far because I am a couple days later. This will probably get out to you maybe Friday or afterwards on like Friday, September the 6th, 2019, most likely. Or after that. And it premiered this Tuesday, day after Labor Day. So, I like I said, I watched a lot. I ain't gonna lie, I watched a couple people reviews who my YouTube fam like random TV reviews. Shout out to lovely couple, my YouTube cousin Stanley and Annette. They're reviewing, of course. There's a lot of you got Bonnie Boo, you got Ashley Miller, you got Forrest Rocks is reviewing it, J. Lee's Corner is reviewing. I don't know, I don't think some more is reviewing it. I don't know, the Ghetto View, Miss Nika is reviewing it too. Those are just people on top of my head, okay, that I can think of that I know 9 times out of 10 are reviewing. So definitely check out those people. Thank L. Teddy, who also reviews the few people. I don't know, that's just on top of my head. Hopefully I remember or write it down, if they're just new people who also review the show. Now, we're starting here. We got really the beginning scene where we left off. Now, due to Cash Register Connie, because that's what she's about, ching ching, okay? Hell and harmony. I won't call them that because ain't nothing that is hope and harmony with them. It's hell and harmony, okay? Because they trying to pass it along like everything just so fabulous and happy, okay? It's hell and harmony church, okay? Or cult, my bad, or cash register, okay? So hell and harmony are trying to basically camouflage that they are here for the people. They're here to give the message of the Lord, okay? In this mega church setting. Okay, so we got some, there was agreement. If y'all watched last seasons or been following the last couple seasons, I've been kind of listening to people's reviews. I did originally used to watch Greenleaf, okay? But, how, Bishop Greenleaf, Bishop James, and Lady Mae were kicked out. Like I said, if you need to catch up, but I'll just make a long story short. But they still want Grace's voice. Grace's voice, when she preaches, is powerful when she gives the word. So Hell and Harmony wants to be able to use supposedly Grace for about a year, and they supposed to be on and that's when the Greenleaf's supposed to, get their church back, I guess, from the bulls, whatever. Okay. So we got the sermon. We got Bob the Builder behind. I'm gonna call him that in there. He got Snaky Field. You got Cash O'Connor front, and we got somebody singing. But it's not charity, y'all. It's somebody totally different that's letting you know about having faith with the Lord. And you got Bob the Builder coming front like, thank you, everybody. Oh, look at everybody. He's, it was, a shock. He said a little comment like, I never seen so many pretty hats in the church. Oh, he's probably like, this is a little eccentric to me, but I'm just going to pretend because as long as they keep giving the debit card and ATM and PayPal and Cash App into this, my buckets, I'm at the church, in the back of his head, but, you just see Cash with Connie all like this. Cash register, she just, yes. And so you see the Greenleafs, even Chastity, even I think Jacob and Carissa explains it all was there too. But you should see the look. Even though Bishop Greenleaf and his former wife, Lady Mae, are divorced, they still stay each other. They just like, mofo is on some BS. Okay, so when Bob the Builder says a little fake speech and introduced Philip and talked about introduced like cash register Connie, and she just like I said, just so happy about this happening. Now Bob the Builder introduces Grace to the stage, but he said keep it short. So when she goes to the thing, to the pulpit, sits there, and then, we got the intro to Greenleaf. And interesting enough, I kind of fast forward, but if y'all can pay attention to the intro, you go like where they talk about the sequels, like the history back to the slavery days and so forth. But I do notice there was several shots of money in the background. Money, 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 money. Money, money, the Greek money, 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 just money all in the background. You're hearing like a gospel song or whatever in the background. It really went back to money a lot of times. I didn't know the intro till I just watched it about about an hour ago. So apparently it was short, so you have people talking first. Somebody was talking to Sophia, somebody who also was on the board, was all wondering why she stopped coming to the church. Sophia getting ready to go to college, and I think Grace was the one to talk to her. But as soon as her parents came, she like, oh, Sophia, I need something else. She just kind of just tuned out and went about business. Cause just like Cash Register Connie, that woman, I don't remember her name, voted as well. Okay, if she could, she would have did a hat like this. Okay, so Bishop want to sit there and really check Cash Register County and really want to check Bob as well, but Lady May like, even Grace like, we're gonna stick to the plan. Don't go far because he really want to talk to her, whatever. So, but Lady May goes to talk to Cash Register County and Bob the Builder, and basically, saying like, heck, you speeding up the word and everything, like like this is McDonald's or something. But he's trying to, but also Cash Register County was reminded like they think it still is a good idea. She even wants a third service, a financial committee, and everybody gonna love that. And but like I said, so Bob the Builder after a little conversation left, and Lady May and Cash Register talk for a second, right? And even say if the church was to go back to them, Cash Register Connie saying the church was never her church. Nobody wants to hear Lady May talk and blah blah blah. That type of speech. So basically that's how it went. But she decides when Connie's walking away, she has a toilet paper dragging under her foot. And first Lady May was trying to get attention. She like what? And Lady May's like never mind. Okay, because we all know Cash Register Connie also is full of it as well. You know what I mean? So let's get on to the thing now. Dale's almost promised that Gracie is supposed to also have responsibility of trying to get her brother Jacob and Chastity, her sister Chastity, as associate pastors. Now, Southern Chastity has a calling to preach the word. She really doesn't even want to sing anymore. Okay, so there was a time right before you got Carissa sprays it all and she's looking at some stuff. Somebody calls, it's Doors or something like that. Someone calls for Jacob, and of course she's thinking it's Skanks Tasha, and he's like, no, it's a woman who I guess her son is either I think he's playing for a college basketball team or something like that, I think, or whatever at least, and she wants him to be his spiritual coach. And whatever, but Carissa already spent some way. Zora's still with them. Zora the Explorer is still with them, whatever, right? Back with him from last time. But she's there in a room with her brother Weenie, and apparently either he's lactose intolerant or allergic to milk. Somebody need to take that child to the allergy doctor or whatever, or get him to see if they can get a kid version of probiotics or Gas X. Because apparently he is up there having a bomb party, if you know what I mean, okay? So she's trying to study or something like that. Then she's like, she wish she could just move into the cabin because she's a grown ass woman. Of course, Carissa explains it all. It's like, I am not playing that. And you're not supposed to talk to her. But they did say take your chances, ask Lady May. She goes later on during the show, and she does ask her, Lady May, can she go ahead and get the cabinet? Oh, first day she wanted her to do Bible study 5 o'clock, but it's changed where she leases a lot of 5:30. So Noah's name's gonna come up a couple more times, y'all. If this is the first time y'all seen a review or whatever, or y'all want to hear from several perspectives, Yeah, no, it's interesting that Noah's name starts getting put into back into basically the show, even just his name, because they're starting to get him back into the picture. I wanted to ever get married to that girl, whatever the teacher or whatever case is. We'll see. So, anyways, she's trying to go for the room. Now, here's another scene, like I said. Now, Grace did try to ask Philip, okay, who's supposed to be Bob Bill's right hand man, right? But apparently they're like, no, they don't want. She tried associate, she tried adjuster, whatever. She tried another position as well. Philip is like, no, okay. So you have this thing where there's a dinner, and I think it's a little bit afterwards, like I said, where the woman calls and Carissa thinks it's soccer states or is questioning, and it's been 1 week and she's questioning still. The problem is about like Rochelle, which is Skank's sister, and Tasha Skanks and all of them. They still could be plotting, all Bailey, all of them could still be plotting against them anyway again. So they're at the family table, and apparently Carissa Stengall has been taking the wine to the head because she has a lot to say. But Carissa Stengall has been annoying as hell to me just as much as Charity. Okay, some people act so much alike and they don't know, and either they're gonna be okay and cool as heck, or sometimes it may take them cool as heck, or either they be cool as heck or not cool at all and bump heads with each other because they're so much alike. Because they've been normal. Charity, she's been complaining since the first season. I know she was going some stuff, and of course, with her husband, and had, turn out how it turned out, and her getting divorced, and she also lost one of her babies as well. But it's like before that even occurred, she always, I'm not, you don't have to be my team, and I want this and blah blah. No one likes me, blah blah blah. Marsha. You remember Brady Bunch and stuff? I mean, that's what I'm saying. And Carissa is one of those people, and we all know somebody of that. Most of us, I ain't gonna generalize everybody, but most of us, some of us know people like that who have this authority and think just because they have certain money, they have a certain status, they have married to the family, they smash somebody, end up having a baby. That don't mean they went to the person. It's the fact that they have a baby by such and such, so and so, and this person, they have the right, or they've been around 20 some years or plus, or have just because they can have all of the above and the other E, there's choice, and add that in. But but that still doesn't mean that has some past where you can talk to people any type of way, okay? Because there's something called mollywop or drag, or don't just that can happen too with certain folks, the right ones. But some people have almost like an official. I know we supposed to have the armor of God, but some of them be thinking they created they self their own armor. Just okay, but she's up here, Gigi's trying to explain what she's trying to do, again, something like that. But Carissa even has a glass of wine, is checking, like she ain't doing enough, blah, blah. And you got Chassie sit right next to her on something, but you're not looking out for us, and blah, blah, blah. But like I said, you just want to do this with them too. One or either or. So they both complain like Gracie you do them. But Carissa explained all had the nerves to say basically saying is if Gracie is the reason why all this stuff happened. Jacob would have had this position. They would still been married. So Jacob's your husband's penis wouldn't be in that woman who used to work for Greenleaf either. If it was for Gracie's appearance, he was obviously up there banging her in the prayers closet before Gracie even came back, obviously. And who knows? Even though they writing this thing, it seems to be hereditary, whatever, like the Seagull. Remember, Bishop was up there, having smash sessions with Lady Mae's sister. Remember, Lady Mae up here messing with La Mae with a good... And that's what I'm saying. So who's to say? And the type person Carissa's explained all is, I don't think that's the first time he has been, his other leg has wandered. That's a nice way of saying it. He probably has been doing that. Okay, it's just we just seen it in season 1 starting that off. Okay, I'm just saying. So but Gracie gets up to leave and walks off, and besides they had noticed that she was drinking and stuff, whatever, they kind of told her, no, Carissa's saying, I've been around so long enough where I can have my say so, that type of speech, right? And here she's complaining about what she went through, and Lady Mary reminded her, so the 50 acres, all this land, don't pay nothing for it for free, the housekeeping service, stuff like that, but you're going through a lot. Oh, okay. And like me and my husband haven't went through, or ex-husband, whatever you said, alert around those lines, have not went through things neither. So yeah, basically she can cut it off with the BS is what she was basically trying to tell her. Okay, so Auntie Ways, she sits there and like I said, Carissa ends up leaving. She wants to leave out the house with her because I forgot what Bishop James said to her, but it just felt like okay, that was kind of really unnecessary. Carissa leaves, and Bishop decides to tell hide the wine, whatever. And Jacob didn't. I know, understand that's his wife, and he's supposed to be with respect River. But does he ever tell her shut up when she be crossing the line sideways to his siblings or to his parents or whatever? I don't. Because it all started. Also, I wanted to point out where why did and it just even saying because could Gigi couldn't get Gigi's like Grace couldn't get the deal. Here they up there, here's Cherry, you gave us Dookie or did it. Really? Like I said, that's how it all started, and I just want to point it out like how Chastity, this is why we all like her so much. And I'll leave it as that. So, um, Grace and Lady May do have a little discussion, and about trying again. She's gonna try Bob as far as like trying to help out her siblings. Gracie suggests that she really wants to just bring out the like let's not hide the secret that I'm Lynelle's child. She wants to move forward, and Lady May is something like no, or wait till later on. And I also forgot to mention that at the same time, after Lady May had a conference after the Hell and Harmony service, um, we see that Bob the Builder is in the office that originally is actually Bishop's, but I guess where Grace has to move into, and he, all of a sudden, of course, Bishop has some words, and Bishops have reminded Bob the Builder that he remembers, a man named Mike Bivens, which if, first thing I came up when I heard about Mike Bivens is, poison. Okay, never mind. Because, I mean, he would, I just thought about, New Edition, BBD. Okay, anyway, so, he reminded him, like, how Hell Harmony comes to pretend like they're trying to look out for these churches, and they find a way to just take over. Like I said, even they contribute for what Bob the Builder and Cash Register was saying earlier in the episode, as if, they were really coming out them pockets more, you know what I mean? Since Hell Harmony has moved the congregation. Okay, but anyways, so basically Bishop James Coleman about Mike Billen's story was did not want them to take over whatever church. It was Mount something, Evangelist some church. But they went to look up the dirt of this man, which in his case he was actually got addicted to, I guess, pain medication at a certain amount of time because he used to build up houses for the people who had lost their homes to the Hurricane Katrina. Okay, and used that against him and used that towards the board. And that's how that man lost his church and ended up dying. I don't know the complications of him dying where he died of a broken heart. And there go Bob Biller talking about, well, you know what, whatever, you better be careful of that heart. And I don't know how you let a good woman like Lady Ray get away, walks out, whatever stuff, whatever. So like he really on Bishop James' lips. Okay, Bob the Builder better be careful. Okay, so fast forward back again. So after that, we still see a scene where, because he goes with the lady to, I guess maybe the coach or whatever, or talking about possibly being a life coach, to talk to somebody. I don't know if it's a coach, I don't know if it's a professor, whatever, with this young man or kid, because I don't know if he's, like even able to go somewhere in a boat or nothing. Okay, but he talks to him and reminds him, well, he heard some stuff about, Jacob, with the whole embezzlement, almost false embezzlement fraud thing. And the one, Jacob explains, like, I think it was another thing. He was asking them what was like, was he was in the church. But Jacob assured him that, he is in the position of being associate pastor at Calvary. But no, Jason, you say the wrong name. It's supposed to be Hell and Harmony, okay? So they're looking to possibly, I guess, trying to make arrangements about him being, like I said, this life coach for this promising but troubled young basketball promise, whatever. So, anyways, we see also around the same time where this happening. It was this night. Lady May is getting ready. She looks lovely and stuff like that. Lingerie looks like she has enough. Looks like I said is I could tell, and I'm actually kind of hoping that Lady May and Bishop get back together, because even like I said, she's just he's coming into the room with a smirk on his face, or like if she said come here, he would have been growl. Okay, he was ready to curse on her, and even she wasn't offended, because Lady May really didn't want him to be there. Been there, she would told him to get the hell on or whatever. Especially since she was undressing down in lingerie and stuff like that. Okay, and she was getting ready to go to bed, and he's just like, we're not up and sleeping in my car. I'm just wondering when I'm even gonna get back in there. And she said it, but she kind of said a smile. Well, you have to court me now. When we get married again. I had this and that, had, sweep me off my feet type of thing, whatever. She basically like, you got to court me, Jim Jordan, LeBron James, just stuff, just make sure you got to court me, you got to date me, you got to earn me again, you to win my love. But she's saying this in a way like, okay, she, like I said, she slowly still just had to put a little wherever, get under the covers and stuff, whatever. Like, you have to court this. You're missing all of this. So, but he's just has, Bishop just has this smile on his face. I'm just like, look at the sexual tension between them two. Okay, y'all must go. So that'll be interesting. So he walks away, but like I said, they both smile, and then she goes to pretend to lay to bed or whatever. But she has a smile on her face too, a warm smile, like they're warming up to each other. Y'all know what I mean. So, um, also too, another thing that comes up is like around the same time is Gracie gets this call, and it's a message, and it's from a jail, say like it's from AJ, something like that, whatever message. Gracie kind of has her eyes big, but she kind of, I don't know what, go to bed, because that's when we get another commercial. Okay, so later on, Gracie does meet with Bob the Builder, because she had to move into the office before it came back with Phil talking. Phil also talks to Chastity wants to talk to Phil, because already she is mad. She ends up talking to Phil, and she's already mad about being nobody likes me, blah blah blah, whatever, right? And he's basically said he would give her this position. Now this shows how the wheels do not turn. The wheels on the bus do not go completely round around. One of them actually went flat when it comes to Chastity, and how she's not catching on as far as the common sense. Because if she couldn't get this vision with Gracie, and then look back at the history of how these churches are not paying attention to the thing, why would you want to be with a company that will want to possibly have you backstab your family, or have to get this information as if you're a tabloid? And she should know ever since season 1 how they've been on and off dealing with that. And her come out of a situation where, herself, like, if I don't know if it really had got out there about her and her ex-husband, but what I'm saying is, it's like just the whole thing about he's offering a position. She's like, if she, checks up on the family, look at the history. Well, you tell me spy family, but he's like, no, I'm not telling you spy. I'm just telling you, look at their business, sit what you can, whatever, and you offer the position. But yeah, that is going to spy. So how is that, walking in the way of Jesus, Charity? Okay, but anyways, so she's thinking about, but she didn't want to do it. So also, no, like I said, the show knows scene that Zora the Explorer does get the cabin, and Sophia's supposed to be leaving, I guess, soon a week. But Zora shows a picture of the same boy that her father is going to be mentoring, possibly, and she's thinking about getting with him. And Sophia's like, "Ooh, you better be careful of that one," because also, too, before Gracie finds out whether she can get her siblings a position or not, he talks to Carissa. Carissa explains it all. Like, if he gets his position, Gracie. And again, Carissa's mad because why do you have to pin on your sister now to get a position? But just it seems like Carissa Chastity feels like Gracie has always got this praise and they don't feel like she contributed enough to the family, or she left the family alone. They both seem to have like their own personal like dislike for Gracie, and whatever. Okay, so um another case is like Noah also had called Gracie. I think when she had moved into the office, she was like, didn't even know, but Noah had called her like, please call me back, whatever, right? So they have another scene where Gracie does end up talk to Bob the Builder about basically giving an ultimatum that either her siblings are able to get a social passage or she leaves. And first Bob Builder was like, well, what do basically like, so you really think you're that important? But she's like, yes, y'all need me, okay? But but what I know she kind of got scared when he said something like this. I've been watching you for years, and she's like, what watching me? And she kind of like, how did you do that? He was like, well, she was a, I guess, worked for the news station, news anchor, journalist, or whatever her job was. And he seen her calling and knew to know, whatever, blah blah blah. So they cut to a scene, and then we see a later on scene. I know I'm skipping through everything, I'm not going through everything, but hey, when Gracie goes to make the announcement from the family, she explains that Jacob, she was able to get a position for him, but she wasn't able to get Chastity position. And Chastity, Chastity, felt that you didn't vouch for me or anything, blah blah blah, and that's not fair. You're supposedly why you're still there. No one cares for me. Nobody hugs me. Blah blah blah. So I don't know, if she has post-traumatic depression, and also something else she did. I kind of looked at her kind of sideways for right, and everybody just like, just calm down, guys. Well, I'm called to preach and stuff, and I'm going to preach. And that's also what she said at the table left when just Carolus spraying it all, and Jacob ended up being the last one on tables earlier. Also, as well, that was the last thing. I'm going to preach and blah 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 and write is no, she didn't say right. God is cool all the time, Hollywood, and y'all gonna see me, and I'm gonna be the right one. I'm gonna be one who brings dignity to the church and blah 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 blah, like this, like that, and no wire hangers or whatever else she said, right? So she just blah blah blah, and then she got mad, and she storms, the storm. Also, she does a storm that somehow her neck disappears or something. I don't know what she does, but she does a storm upstairs. Okay. And this is where I'm like, it's a pour down depression. Now, the same lady that we seen earlier, that's like, one of the housekeepers, the people there, and she was holding, playing with, Chasey's baby and stuff. And she like, oh, the baby wants to see her mom. Well, mom's busy right now. That's what I'm saying. If she got some postpartum, like I said, she already was annoying as hell since first season. Her personality's always been like, what about me or whatever's going on. But when she went past her child, and what was more important was her to call Snake Phil, okay, and say, I'm in. I'm like, oh God, this nitwit. But anyway, let's see how far that goes. So the last scene that I'm going to talk about, Grace is in her new office, whatever, right? I mean, she's moved in, formerly her dad's, whatever. She gets this call. And the call, like, makes you finally know, but first she's kind of still like, just like, hi, how you doing? How's it going, Noah? And I was like, why you haven't returned my calls? I want to tell you that somebody from the correctional facility in Arizona named AJ, whatever the guy's young man's name was or whatever, said, and that's our son. In credits, son. Well, she was gone, what, about 20 years before she came back, right? So, I mean, they up there hiding everything. Either they screwing, getting mad, or hiding. Well, Lady May hide the whole fact that possibly Gracie's biological dad was not Bishop. That was hiding. And now you got Gracie hiding a whole adult child and secretly that she had by Noah, okay? So I wonder, are we ever going to see this or what's going to happen? Is she going to try to hide whatever? It seemed like in the previews of this upcoming season, she's going to try to tell no. But you better be careful with Chastity because she on a rampage and stuff trying to prove a point. And how is that supposed to be so righteous of a preacher, but you want to be able to slander somebody's name in order to get your calling? Ain't that Contradicting. Okay, I'm just saying. Like, just come to think about it. She wants to be a woman of God, but you're doing the devil's work in order to get a position, to order to carry the Lord, or the word of the Lord, and broadcast the word of the Lord. That's interesting, but okay. But anyway, y'all, hugs and love, and I will see y'all in the next video. Take care, blessings, enjoy y'all weekend. See you next time.